All right, so I wanted to upload a video, but I didn't want to do any like writing or set up my camera or do any of that silly shit. So I thought I would just like do a live recording thing where do like a failed ESPRaDe run, because there's nothing more Hidden Fortress than a failed run commentary, right? So I wanted to say some things about ESPRaDe because I happen to be like right in the middle of it with this game, like the grind or whatever. And the last few days I've been playing a bunch of ESPRaDe, and I was gonna do this with Galuda, but I didn't because I ended up getting the clear with Galuda faster than I thought I would. But so I chose this game because I didn't think it would be very difficult. For some reason, the general consensus, at least at a glance online, is that this is one of the easier cave games. However, what I noticed pretty quick, actually, after I started getting into this, was that every time I would reach out to somebody who had a clear, like on their channel, because I start reaching out to people for like advice. I watch like a lot of one credit clears, like how do you fucking play this game? And everybody who I reached out to who actually has a clear of this game kind of had the same reaction to ESPRaDe when I would talk to them, and it was basically like, oh fucking ESPRaDe, oh dude, oh that, yeah, oh yeah, oh fuck. And so pretty quickly I realized like, oh shit, I what have I committed to here? Yeah, it's harder than I thought it would be. I thought it was like a little bit harder than like Galuda. No, to me, just to me, it's a lot harder than Galuda. Now I know there's like people out there who are probably like actually good at games, and they're probably like, no, this game is easy. You suck. Well, you're right. I do suck. I'm not even gonna fucking argue with you. But I think I know the problem that I'm having with this game, and I think the problem that I'm having mainly is the boss's titties. I'm kidding. No, the problem that I'm having really is the hitbox. First and foremost, there's another thing that I've noticed actually that I've never heard anybody talk about before when it comes to these games that I'm going to talk about in a minute. But the hitbox for me is the problem, and I know about the whole thing where like the hitbox moves around. And how to stop it from happening, but it's not so much that, it's that the hitbox feels much bigger than it does in other games. And I think part of that is because the hitbox is a bit bigger, but also because often you are forced to micro dodge patterns where the spaces between the bullets are much smaller than I'm used to. So my brain has been wired over hundreds of hours of playing DOJ and Dodonpachi and like Galuda and fucking Blue Revolver and these games where you have a very small hitbox. And this one, I think the hitbox is a little bit bigger. I really do. And I kind of get the feeling that the hitbox on the bullets might be a little bit bigger. But so it's taking me a while to sort of get used to the fact that like what this game feels like, okay, is like that feeling you get when you're like, you see a bullet cloud and you see a path through it and you're like, okay, that's the path, and without even thinking about it, you dive through that path and it doesn't even feel dangerous. You're just kind of playing and you get hit and you're like, dude, what the fuck hit me? And you don't know. You feel like you just got robbed. You're like, what the fuck was that? You look at the replay, yeah, you got hit. And that's the feeling that I get often with this game, and it's not a good feeling. It's kind of a shitty feeling. So you kind of feel like you're getting fucking bullied. Like I got bullied by Ketsui, but this game is rough for that reason. And so I started to notice another thing that happens that I don't know if anyone else has ever like talked about this specifically, but for me this is what really sort of happened. So like I said, this is a really difficult game. Don't get me wrong, I really like it. Like I'm still playing it. hoping to get the 1 credit clear. I'm actually starting to think I can't get it, but part of the problem is I see a lot of comments in my YouTube channel. By the way, shout out to the commenters. Like, people are leaving like really nice comments, and I really appreciate that. Like, words can't even describe. But I see comments often where somebody will be like, I'm trying to get a 1cc and this or that, and I just can't. You know, I'm not good enough. And then I'll be like, no, it's bullshit, dude. You can totally do it. And I mean that. I really do. Because I'm not an elite gamer, and I have some clears on my channel. And but the thing about that, though, is I think one of the hardest things about clearing these games that I'm noticing is that we have access to so many different games, dude. So it's fucking difficult to pick up a game night after night that you know is gonna fucking bully you, because there's so much other shit to play, good stuff to play. Like, there's so many good games out there to play. In fact, I was gonna make a video about it, but I never did. Just because, like, I got to the point where I was like gonna upload it and I didn't like it. But it was all about like how this is the greatest era of gaming right now. Even though like I bitch and complain about modern AAA gaming, I think that whole thing is like collapsing right now. It's a whole other thing. And the reason for that is because we have so much at our fingertips to play, like really good stuff to play and really great ways to play everything. And that's one of the reasons why these games become really difficult, because instead of picking up the game that's going to bully you, you kind of want to pick up something else. Even if you know it's a hard game, it's a different game. And you might want to play the different game. You know what I mean? And so like that's what's been the struggle. The real struggle with me with this game has been starting it every night. Every night when I go to sit down to play some games, it's a little bit difficult to pick this game up, but I'll be honest with you, it's really hard to put it down, is the thing. In other words, once I start playing, I don't want to stop. So it's a really good game, but it's just like that feeling of like getting hit, you know, it fills you with dread, because you're like, dude, if I don't know, like, if I feel like I'm safe and I'm still getting hit, like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So, you know, like, first I played this game a bunch, and then I picked up like Devil Blade, and then I played a whole lot of Devil Blade, and then like I picked up this game again, and I played it a bunch, and then I got into like Viper Phase 1, because I like the old shit. I like Viper Phase 1. It's a fun game. So I played a little bit of that. And then I played a little more, and then I started playing Thunder Force 4 on the Mega Drive, Genesis, whatever, because I've never beaten it, right? And so like it's kind of on my bucket list. Like, I want to beat Thunder Force 4, and I still haven't beaten it, by the way, but someday I'm going to do that. And so my point is that I think one of the reasons that makes these games really difficult is because there's so much temptation, because there's so many games to play, to simply pick up something else. Like I've said this before in my videos, I know dudes who are hardcore fucking video game degenerates, dude. Like they love video games. They have the same passion for video games that I do, but they won't touch the STGs. And it's not because the STGs are hard, because they play challenging games. I think it's more about like, you know, it's seen that there's 25 minutes of content in these games, and it's like, why would I play the same 25 minutes of content over and over again when I can go play like whatever, like there's so much shit to play. And it's easy to get access to that stuff. We all have access to all that shit. I think it's like $15 a month, and you can get Game Pass, you know. And that, I think that's a big factor that turns people off of these games, off the grind, because this is something that I'm struggling with. Like, I keep picking up other games because I just know this game is going to shut me down. Now, that being said, it's taken me a while, but I think I'm finally starting to get used to the bigger hitbox in this game. I hope, because all of a sudden, just the last couple days, my runs started getting better. This is not the best run I've ever had, but my best run, oh god damn it, dude, this mini boss, I usually don't get hit there, I swear, but I think the best run I had, I made it to the last boss, like the third phase of the last boss, but I didn't save that run. And so this is the run that I just happened to have saved. I think this was last night, and so this is a pretty good example actually of like an average run for me. But yeah, I think in this one I got hit twice in stage 4, which is like a big no-no. And so that's kind of my spiel with ESPRaDe right now, is that ESPRaDe is not my favorite cave game, and so I'm having trouble like picking it up. But the reason why I keep picking it up is because once I do, every time I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Like once I start playing it, like I don't want to fucking stop. Like I love its vibe. Like it's so cool. Like, look at this. Look at this stage, dude. It's so fucking sick. Like the idea of like you're playing like this, you're this child with these special powers, and you're battling against this like some sort of militant force. You know, it's pretty dope. Everybody has already said in their videos what comic book this reminds them of, and they're right. It's 100%. That's a great comic too, by the way. Great movie too. I'm not even gonna say what it is, but yeah, like look at the spaces between the bullets. You know, like this game is fucking nasty. Somebody in my comment section called ESPRaDe a gotcha shmup. They said something was pretty harsh. They said, you know, it's too bad that these masters of design had to resort to a gotcha shmup. And that's a pretty harsh indictment, but yeah, dude, like I kind of feel that a little bit. I feel it a little bit. Because look at this, like, yeah, dude, this boss, by the way, is so absurd. Like it just takes forever to kill. Now watch this pattern, by the way. I just want to show this happens so often. Watch the last like bullet of this pattern. Yeah, that happens so often where like I play really well through a pattern, but like the last goddamn bullet hits me. So now at this point I've taken 2 hits in stage 4, and you know, you're kind of fucked, but I didn't want to reset. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just kind of fucked. But that's my main thing right now, is that, like, I just wanted to do, like, a failed run. I don't ever see people do that. But people stream, excuse me, their failed runs. And I kind of think about, like, streaming sometimes. I think that would be, like, fun, but it also kind of scares me a little bit because I'm very shy. Like often, like I do my silly little like fiction videos. I get my little short story videos or whatever, and often I show those to a friend, a very sweet woman who's a friend of mine these days, and she pretty much has to convince me to upload the video, like, because I never want to upload. Like once I'm done with the thing, I never want to upload my stuff because it's I don't know. But so stage 5 I feel like is easier. So Neon Dagger showed me this. Now check it out. So because the chip counter is so high, when it trips and you start picking up the energies, you can keep spamming the bomb. See, I'm just spamming the bomb like all through the stage. Now, the timing on that was fucked up. That's not exactly where I want to start spamming the bomb. But like, anyway, if it's up at 600, it's got to count down to 600 when it starts dropping the energy chips. And as you pick up the energy chips, you can keep spamming the bomb. I kind of want to start it like right here because these tanks are real fuckers, man. But Neon Dagger showed me that. He's really fucking good. That dude's a bad motherfucker. But yeah, he has like a whole strategy, which I kind of use like a hybrid of his strategy and like what feels better to me, I guess. But that was like a thing he showed me, a little trick, which is actually kind of a really cool mechanic in this game. Because by the way, like as the chip counter up there on the upper left is counting down as it drops those energy chips that refill your energy meter. Every time you hit the bomb button, it actually freezes that countdown. So you can, as long as you keep picking up, you time it right, and you keep picking up the energy chips, like you can just keep like spamming through it, which is actually a really cool like mechanic in this game. But See, now this is actually good. Like actually watching a failed run, like actually sitting here and watching myself fail is actually kind of good, because what I just realized, I think that I didn't realize, is that stage 5 is fucking me up pretty bad. Actually, I thought stage 5 was maybe harder than stage 4, but now that I'm actually looking at it, I think I took way more damage in stage 5 than I took in stage 4, which is probably what happens often. So maybe I should just practice the shit out of stage 5. I don't know. If anybody has any tips or tricks or pointers, I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in this video, because I'm just kind of babbling like an idiot here. Please leave a comment, like if you have anything. But I think the real problem I'm having with this is the micro dodging. It's very hard to micro dodge in this game. You have to be so precise because your hitbox is, you know, the size of Texas essentially. Yeah, great. And I think my routing fucking blows too. My routing always sucks. I'm always I feel like I'm always like, instead of having something really routed properly, I'm always just kind of responding to bullet patterns. And maybe that's why I'm having a hard time with this game. Maybe this game's kind of calling me out on that. You know, I don't know. But I'm still playing it. I'm still trying to like challenge accepted. Still, I'm still really enjoying it. And I think this is where this run ends. But yeah, no, you know, I've had runs before where I make it to the final boss, but this was not one of them. But this is a pretty good example of an average run. So this is where I'm at, and I think I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep trying. Don't we keep trying? We all keep trying. Because it is really fun. It is really fun. I find this part like kind of disturbing because it's all these like, I don't know, like they're supposed to be clones, but they kind of look like little girls. It's weird. But yeah, maybe I'm getting closer than I think I am, because I have made it to the final boss and gotten to the like three phases in a few times. But then again, I feel like I don't stand a chance. Like I don't know if I can do this one, because I feel like I have to get to the final boss with like all kinds of bombs and shit left. But I don't know. But yeah, if anybody watched this, let me know what you think. You know, I'm struggling. I'm in the middle of it. Let me know. Thanks for watching. That's it.